Honestly, I'm glad to hear that Cardi B has deactivated her Instagram. I'm hoping that she is taking a necessary and needed break from social media, and I think a lot of other people should follow, period.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
So what's going on, you all? I want to talk about Cardi B deactivating her Instagram account. Cardi B was on Twitter, unfortunately, responding to fans. Some of her so-called fans were saying, you're not feeding us, you're not coming out, you're not doing the things. And Cardi was like, I never teased and said I was going to the Grammys. I do not want to go to the Grammys if I'm not going to win anything. I just don't want to be there. Blah, blah, blah. Like, she was clapping back. Like, some of the stuff that she was saying on Twitter, I was like, Cardi, please take away. Like, girl, your phone, please, somebody come get her phone. And I think that Cardi B, I think she's been doing pretty good the last, the last year or so. But every so often she creeps into this, like, this Twitter thing where she just be responding to fans and stuff. And I don't know if she's looking her name up or if people are like tagging her and stuff, or she's receiving messages and stuff. And like, it is some crazy-ish. And I'm seeing the the conversation around it. I'm seeing people commentary around it. And people are saying that, hey, this is some stuff that celebrities should not have to deal with. All of them deal with it in their sort of way. It might be in private, it might be public. But I do think that it's important for celebrities to stop clapping back to everything. I think we can all, say, hey, this stuff is a lot. It's a lot. But to be clapping back at fans repeatedly like that is a lot. And I'm not saying that Cardi B is a bad person for that, but I just think that sometimes she gets sucked into, seeing all these, like, this negative stuff, and it just becomes annoying. And I think that for some reason, I feel like that the fans are literally delusional. Like, I don't even think that fans and stans, I think both parties are honestly delusional, to be honest. That's why I don't consider myself a fan of anybody, or let alone I'm not calling myself a stan. I probably call myself a fan, but y'all know who I am a fan of. I love me some Brandy. But that doesn't mean that I'm in Brandy's comments saying, hey girl, when is the next album? When are you doing a video for this and this and that? Like, I don't have in my Twitter bio, Brandy followed me on such and such day, and I just don't. I think that people who do that, it's something going on, and I like this. These parasocial relationships are crazy. Like, it is crazy, and sometimes I think celebrities do it without knowing it. They create this parasocial relationship with their fans, and they don't realize it. And I think sometimes, the fans create a parasocial relationship with their faves. Like, it is. I know we joke about it, and honestly, I used to be cool with this person who was very much a deranged Beyonce fan, like literally crazy, was so dedicated to standing her that was forgetting to even get to his classes at University of Memphis. Like, homeboy was on some ish. But I don't blame Cardi B for necessarily saying, hey, I didn't tease y'all on nothing. Sometimes you do have to respond. Sometimes you have to find when is the right time to respond and when is the right time just to ignore it. There's some stuff that happens, like, and I tell my friends, if you see me getting dragged or something, I don't care. I don't want you sending me the DMs of it. I don't want you to text it to me. I don't want you to bring it up in a conversation. It happens. If I had to respond to every time someone had something negative to say about me, I would never get anything done. Like, sometimes there is a point where it's like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. Like, this is way too much. Prime example, the situation that happened with Beyonce's Be Good organization. They posted me on their Instagram for Black History Month, and they named me as someone, like, all the work I've done with HIV. And a lot of Beyonce fans and other Nicki Minaj fans and just a lot of folks was just like, people who can't stand it was just like, oh girl, how dare. He said something about Beyonce, he said something about her, and he said something about da-da-da. And they were upset to the point they was commenting, they were tweeting, they were subtweeting. They were so pissed off. And I didn't really think anything of it. Like, I didn't think it was that serious. And I posted, I said, oh my gosh, they just posted me on Instagram. I was very appreciative and thankful of Beyonce's team to recognize the work I've done in HIV. I'm definitely thankful and grateful for that. But I didn't think it was a big deal for folks to be upset. Beyonce didn't give me a $100,000 grant towards my stuff. Like, I didn't get no Ivy Park stuff. I don't want no Ivy Park stuff. But people, the little bit of notoriety from their fave, even though I've critiqued Beyonce and her family in the past, pissed them off. And I think it really shows Beyonce or whoever picked me that the fact that Beyonce can recognize, or whoever can recognize, that I have critiqued her and criticized her on some things, her and her husband on some things, doesn't mean that she cannot recognize the stuff that I've done in the community. And I think that, like, to be honest, and I've said this publicly, if Malcolm X were alive, he would disagree with Beyonce and Jay-Z on a lot of things. And Beyonce, you know how she looks at Malcolm X. She's, you know, and Jay-Z as well. They both mentioned him a couple of times. And I'm not here to be well liked by celebrities. That's never been my goal from the very beginning. I've seen someone build their relationship on proximity to celebrities and now indebted to them, meaning they can't, you know, be honest about certain things. I don't want that. I do not want that. I do, you know, don't mind when celebrities do follow me and they interact and whatever, but I'm going to always have commentary on stuff. And I've had this conversation with a friend earlier tonight, and I just said I'm not interested in being in close proximity to celebrities. I'm not here to kiss their butts and make them feel good. I'm here to tell the honest truth to the people who support me and watch me and who are learning from me. That's what's important to me at the end of the day. My allegiance to them is not, because they'll throw me away in a minute. But I just saw a lot of negative comments that weren't even about me critiquing Beyonce. It was about the way I looked and why is he out here, and it was just a lot of, you know, HIV stigma. It was a lot of fat phobia, anti-fatness, colorism, classism was jumping out. Like, the girls were making their own narrative about me and like all this evil things. And you would have thought like that I have got on the internet or was at a club and said that Blue Ivy's hair would need to be combed. Not said anything like that ever about Blue Ivy's hair. I've always been defending of Blue Ivy's hair from the very beginning. It didn't matter to me that she was a child or not. But just seeing some folks and how they felt about it was just, they were defending somebody who didn't even need defending. Like, Beyonce didn't need any defending. She didn't need any of that. I didn't understand why folks were so pressed and upset about it. But I think that I don't think this is a new thing, but it's very disturbing to see it online, how people talk to celebrities. Like, of course, as somebody who offers criticisms on stuff that the celebrities be doing and offering commentary on it, I don't understand how folks be literally tagging them and adding them. I don't have any interest in doing that like that. I just do not. But you have folks who are really in debt and feel like they are friends with these people. And Cardi B has fans like that. And I think a little bit of it can be given to Cardi B a little bit. Consider she does follow a lot of people who are very much super fans of her. She does love like Barty Gang, like all that. When you build that type of stuff, these people feel like they are your friends. They feel like they are like, y'all have some type of connection. And some of them will go overboard and feel like they can offer you something like, hey, what's going on? Like, you need to be out here. You haven't put an album out in 4 or 5 years. We need something. You said music was coming. It's just like, girl, y'all are not this girl's friend. Like, sis, y'all are not besties. Like, what is going on? And to see, this is not the first time Cardi B has done that. And you have people come out of nowhere. Like, you had Darrell or whatever his name is from Bad Boys LA come out and say, if Cardi B dealt with half of the hate that Nicki Minaj has dealt with, she wouldn't whatever, or da-da-da-da. I'm like, girl, Cardi B receives just as much hate as Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj has received a lot of criticism because of her own doing, because of the things that she has done and said over the last couple of years. Now, granted, Nicki Minaj did deal with, like, she was like the first kind of like, in the social media when Twitter was becoming a thing, she was dealing with a lot of like trash, but she was also getting a lot of love as well. Like, she built her career off of like barbs and stuff. And I feel like now it has gotten really disgusting, where it used to be kind of fun and like the stands and the fans used to just support their artists and just love their music and just want to hear more stuff. But now it's turned into this disgusting thing where they feel like they have to defend them towards everything. Like, the bars were literally dragging Doja Cat not too long ago. Now they're in love with her because she gave a shout out to Nicki at the Grammys, and it shouldn't even just be like, I don't understand that. Like, oh, we stand Doja, da da da. It's like, girl, but if Doja had named her top, female artists and they were not, none of them were Nicki Minaj, the bars would have felt some type of way, because they've done it to Megan Thee Stallion a couple of times. And I think people like Nicki Minaj do feed off of that. They do see the barbs, the fans and stuff, saying stuff. Like, Nicki has been caught liking tweets from fans saying stuff about other artists and stuff. And then she's been taking shots at other artists and songs and stuff. And I think that it is a relationship that is really disgusting, to be honest. And I don't blame Cardi B for taking a break. I think a break is definitely needed. I take a break sometimes too. And it is hard, when you have built this off, like you have built, your whole thing off of like being accessible to these people, tweeting, being relatable, all the other stuff. But now these people want to consume you. They want every piece of you, and they want to make things up. And I feel like the fans just be making stuff worse than what it is. And it's just like, girl, if Cardi was to get on here and say something, people would take it out of context. It's a new thing. And I understand, like, artists coming in and saying, hey girl, that's not what happened, that's not true. Because Cardi recently was defending herself like a week ago about something. I can't necessarily remember what it was. They were trying to say that she was copying something that Nicki did or something. And it was just like, girl, I wouldn't be surprised if Nicki was in the like DMs of some of these stands and stuff and saying some stuff. I would not, because I honestly, and me and my friend was talking about this earlier, I really do believe sometimes that Nicki Minaj is definitely one of those miserable people that is always on social media searching stuff and doing stuff. And like, I'm literally working on a video about Cardi B was right about Nicki Minaj. And I cannot wait till y'all see it, because I got a part 1 and part 2 coming out, talking about the whole history and the things that happened. But even me doing that, some folks will take that as like re-inviting the beef, but it's just me going back and revisiting like what happened years ago. But the fans will take clips and stuff like and just make it a whole thing, when it should just be, listening to the music. It should be out here listening to music. But when you have folks like Darrell get on here and talk about, oh, Cardi, you ain't out here dealing with stuff and you ain't had it bad, and that's going off of what Nicki Minaj said when she was talking to Bia not too long ago on her Instagram, saying you've not had it worse. And it's just like, the girl is talking about what she's experiencing. Like, you don't dismiss somebody else's experience. You can talk about, hey girl, this is what I experienced, but you don't want to over talk and say, well girl, my experience was worse, because girl, this ain't the oppression Olympics. What we talk about is oppression, period. It shouldn't be, oh, I got it the worst. In certain situations we can't talk about, I cannot think of the word, it's a tip of my tongue. Oh my gosh, y'all know it. Intersectionality is the word. Love that. I just couldn't think of it. But yes, I definitely think that there is need for it, but sometimes it's just, It be overdone. I think that what Nicki was doing was just like overdone. It's like, girl, you just completely shut this girl down from what she was sharing, her experience, and how hard it was. But back on Cardi B. Cardi B is not the only one. I was recently seeing that Big Lotto, had clapped back towards some fans. Well, with this specific fan on Instagram, when this girl had DM'd Big Lotto twice and told her back, I think October and November, that she had gained some weight. It was like, hey girl, you didn't gain some weight, it's time to like, you need to watch it. And then they had messaged her again some months later and said, girl, you need to, like, you gained a lot of weight, you need to slow down. And that was nothing but anti-fatness and fat phobia. A lot of people wanted to call it, body shaming. No, that was not body shaming, that was anti-fatness, because they would talk about the fact that she was gaining weight. And Lotto had shared that she was on birth control, which was causing her to gain weight, and now she says she's off of it because y'all keep talking about her body and how she looks, that, you know, she just tired. And Big Lotto, I think she's like 21, 22 or something. So I definitely get it. Like, none of these celebrities should be dealing with this stuff. None of these celebrities should be dealing with that. But that is a lot when you're constantly seeing and bombarded with folks critiquing your body 24/7. It is a lot. And there's a reason why we lose a lot of celebrities at an early age. A lot of celebrities don't live a long life because of stuff like this. Like Homegirl said, what's wrong with it? I'm still out here performing, I'm still out here killing the stage, but it's just like, you are out here thinking it's okay to message me and tell me about my body being too big. Like, what does that mean? Like, too fat? Like, girl, are you okay? And people call themselves fans, like, feeling the need to DM a celebrity and say that. And it's just like, what is going on? What is clicking in these folks' mind to be able to say, like, to DM a celebrity? If anything, I'll DM a celebrity and say, hey girl, like, I'm out here hurting, girl, I need about $10,000. Send me, Greg borrowed $10,000. Like, it's giving that, but it's not giving, no, girl, you need to lose weight. You're getting too big. Like, that is not it. So I think it is important sometimes for celebrities to be able to take a break. I love how Lil Nas X took a break from social media. He was definitely still out, and he doesn't deal with, I don't think he gets as bad, but he does have his times where the conservatives were after him, especially during last year. Oh my gosh, it was a year ago. That makes a year ago since I interviewed him. Oh my gosh. Iconic. But yeah, we definitely need to be doing a better job of holding these fans accountable for how they talk to and interact with celebrities and stuff, and how they be talking about them. Like, there just be so much unnecessary, disgusting things that be coming out of folks' mouth, and I just hope we get in a better place. But I'm hoping that Cardi B finds the space to be able to, you know when to log off and when to stay off of it and then just not engage, because that can be a lot on you dealing with it. Like, I hope she finds a way to be able to disengage from it to the point that she's not clapping back at these folks. But trust me, I get it, because I done had to clap back at a couple of folks who, girl, you got me messed up. But sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's just you dig yourself a bigger hole by engaging in it. So those are my thoughts on it. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about the whole thing, the whole situation. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later on tonight. Bye.